believe what I saw when I turned on the TV. This evening, I was disgusted by all the injustice.
All the injustice.
All the injustice.
Just stop pressuring me. Just stop pressuring me. Just stop pressuring me.
Makes me wanna scream.
Just stop pressuring me. Just stop pressuring me. Just stop pressuring me.
Makes me wanna scream.
Yo, what's up?
on?
Once again, it's the tag team.
Oh!
I'm Merc B.
And I am Q.
And we thank you once again for joining us for the show about dating and relationships from a black gay male perspective.
That's right, guys. And today, you can see we have on our patriotic red, white, and blue because guess what? We're Americans.
Absolutely.
And we deserve to be treated as such with respect. All due respect.
Absolutely.
Amen.
I love it. I
All
love
that
it.
we've been through.
Okay.
A time has come to rejoice. A new agenda due. You
A
feel
new
what I'm
agenda is
saying,
due.
right?
I love that you say that. This is the deal. You know, this is typically the show about dating and relationships from a black gay male perspective. But today, we are talking about a much bigger relationship. The relationship of the citizens with America. The reason why we say that, and as you can tell from the intro that we did today, you did such a lovely job in it.
Thank you. So, you sounded so good.
You did so good.
You were singing.
I love it. Oh, thank you, baby. Anyway, we wanted to address some of the issues that have been going on in America. As you all know, people, we know about the situation in Ferguson, Missouri. It was Mike Brown,
Yes.
who was shot by a police officer on August 9th, 2014.
Yeah, so, you know, like I said, it is in a way talking about a relationship only because tag team has been very affected by some of the things that have been going on. It would be totally remiss for us as black men. We might be gay, but we are black men nonetheless.
Absolutely.
And we are affected just as much as any other community out here in the Americas.
Right, and
okay?
I could have been Mike Brown. I could have been Eric.
Yeah, and actually Mike Brown, he reminds me so much of my brother, like his stature. Like when I look at him, I'm thinking like, damn, that could have been my own very brother who is 20 years old, who's in college right now. And I love him a lot. And, you know, just to find out that, you know, some cop could just shoot this man unarmed and get away with it and run free on the streets, this really affected me. It really hit close home.
It's crazy. It's hard to, you know, it's hard to not think that, you know, the treatment of this isn't motivated by people's perspective on race.
Absolutely.
And for everybody that was passionate enough to protest, everybody that participated in Blackout Black Friday, which we will talk about in a minute, and to do any of these things to show their dissatisfaction for what has happened, you know, I just want to send a special shout out to you from the tag team.
Thank you. From the tag.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. You know, one of the interesting things that happened this weekend in regard to that, I was talking to a friend about the hashtag campaigns on Twitter. If you've seen it, like the Blackout Black Friday, Cancel Christmas, even the Criming While White and the Alive While Black, and I'll explain those. These were all campaigns that kind of birthed out of both of these situations. The situation about Mike Brown and the situation about Eric Garner. And it was just a call to America or whoever was listening to get them to understand that Black Lives Matter. So with all of those hashtag campaigns out there, it came up in a conversation with me and my good friend Jamal Garnett. Shout out to Jamal.
What's up, Jay?
We were talking about the effectiveness of those campaigns. One of his opinions was that, hey, I don't think that the Blackout Black Friday or the Cancel Christmas is effective because how can you tell who does it or not? All of that. Like, it's an economic boycott and this was a civil rights issue,
right.
So it kind of doesn't match up. And my opinion of that was this: any kind of protest, whether it's a physical protest outside or online protest, any kind of protest is healthy for democracy. People need to be able to express their opinions and express their dissatisfaction with something. Right. So anything you want to do, if you want to run outside buck bald naked to raise awareness about, the fact that the trash man don't come on time, whatever gets the party started for you when it comes to protest, I give you the red carpet rollout treatment to do just that, because as an American you have that right. So that was my rebuttal to what he was saying. So what did you think about the hashtag campaigns that they had going on in response to this?
Well, on a higher level, I agree with what you're saying, that you have a right to demonstrate any way that you see fit for your particular cause. But I do, at the same time, I guess I agree with you both, because I see where Jamal is coming from about, having the appropriate type of demonstration. So if it's something, I get it, because I guess my issue is the economy and attacking the economy that's already in this state of emergency. That, in my mind, is not the best way to approach this particular issue. However, I do agree that I've done nothing personally, so I won't stand in judgment of people who are doing something. So people that chose this particular way to express whatever they were feeling, I'm sure they did it for a reason. I don't quite understand why they chose this particular way. Maybe it was something that they felt they could do that had an immediate effect. But I don't think attacking the economy is the way. Having said that, I do support those who decide to do what they decided to do with the Black Friday and with canceling Christmas, and I hope that it makes the impact that they want it to make. At the very least, on a more basic level, at least that it's getting us talking about the issues at hand. So if nothing else, it raised the awareness, although it might not be directly affecting or impacting the situation.
What you're saying, I feel you. So now, talking about that, people speaking up and becoming involved, do you think celebrities should become involved with these issues?
I think that celebrities who would like to become involved should become involved. I never tell somebody that they should or have to become involved with anything, with any issue, because that is your right. Just as it's your right to protest, it's your right to remain neutral or to be totally against any type of protest. This is America, and we can't look at it and say you should because you are, then you need to. No. I don't feel that people should have a social responsibility to address anything if they choose not.
I think it's like this. To whom much is given, much is required.
Okay.
So I think if you are a person of celebrity and you have that as a platform and you can use that as a tool and you are in support of whatever that issue is, then you should do it.
I think that's nice.
Okay.
But that's almost like me saying that a celebrity who like Oprah should donate to hundreds and thousands of charities. Yeah, that would be nice, but I can't tell her what to do with her money. So at the end of the day, it's what you want to do with your own celebrity. If you do it, more power to you. Maybe you'll be on the register for sainthood. I think it's a wonderful thing, and I'm going to lift your name upon high.
Well, I'll say this. I read a story this weekend about, Azealia Banks, one of my celebrity darlings. Azealia Banks, and Iggy Azalea.
Okay.
Where she calls Iggy Azalea out and basically says to her, you all down to ride black dick, but you ain't down to get involved with the black issues, citing the Mike Brown thing. Iggy Azalea responded back in a very classy way and said, you only interested in trolling bitches on Twitter. What have you done? Ooh. Oh, by the way,
Touché.
Let me put on my timeline where you can go to help. Then she retweeted again that I can see that by the number of retweets on my last tweet, none of you bitches my fans included, basically she was saying, she didn't say that, but none of you bitches are really interested in the real issue. You interested in that online bullshit.
Checkmate.
I don't know about that, because I got another one for you, bitch, Iggy.
Okay.
It took a bitch calling you out for you to take that dignified response.
Right.
So a bitch can always clean it up and backpedal and make it look cute after a bitch called you out. A real gangster bitch would have been the first black dick taking bitch up there talking about, hold up, a nigga done shot another nigga, that's one less dick I can fuck.
Oh, gosh.
We need to get up out in these streets and do something about this. That's what a real bitch would have did. So although you tried to play it cute and PR real cute, that bitch got you because you wasn't doing nothing until somebody said something to you.
Well, you know, some people do things and prefer anonymity, and that's okay. Do you not agree with that?
I agree with it, but like I said, a lot of
Azalea
people,
Banks don't know what Iggy Azalea is doing.
she don't. But like I said, she had a point. And I'm riding with Azalea, but like that's because she's my celebrity darling. That's aside
Well,
from
no,
all these issues.
I feel Azalea where she was coming from, because you do get frustrated, you know, whenever you see people reaping. And I'm not saying this like that I agree or agree with.
Just talk about it. Be yourself.
That I agree.
Just be yourself.
But I'm being myself, homeboy.
Okay.
I'm just saying. You trying to get me caught up?
No, I'm just saying be yourself.
I'm not saying that I agree or disagree with. Should I say support or don't support Iggy is obviously Azalea Banks. You know, with her feelings behind that situation. However, I do understand the frustration. Don't take me out of context. Whenever you feel like someone is benefiting from a particular situation or a particular group of people,
right?
But
they want all the positives and none of the negatives,
or they don't want to get their hands dirty,
right?
You know, when it comes time to support that particular group of people or particular thing. So I get her frustration on that.
Okay.
So if that's where she was coming from,
that's exactly where she was coming from to me. I understood it. Like I said, although Iggy gave you that, I'm gonna take the moral high ground.
Yeah.
I can see through all of that shit, honey. You backpedaled, and you just tried to put a guilt trip on another bitch. Next time, let me tell you something. This is what you do. This next time, I'm not even gonna charge you for this. The next time some shit come up, you be the first bitch.
Right.
You would be the first bitch tweeting.
Right. Jump on it like you jump on that.
Jump on it like you jump on that black dick, honey. Okay, and this was the other thing that we discussed, or that you and I talked about. Okay. Protests. What's your flavor? Violent or non-violent?
Oh, you mean like peaceful or by any means necessary?
Yes.
Well, I will say this. I stand behind Martin Luther King, but I'm more like Malcolm X. Okay, you get up in my face, I'm gonna dust your ass. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna drag you, bitch. I'm gonna drag you like a rag. Okay.
You know, I'm like this. Like, I understand. I mean, I just believe in that fight fire with fire. You know, I mean, I'm a Christian. I'm a Bible-toting Christian. But at the same time,
but these motherfuckers is out here shooting.
They shooting and killing. Okay,
right? They killing bitches. Yes.
I ain't nobody got time for that.
I feel you. I understand the importance of nonviolent protests, but don't let these motherfuckers fool you, honey. Like into some nonviolent shit, so they can come out there and kick your ass all day, and y'all talk about something we shall overcome. The one thing I want to say about protests and all of that, when we talk about it in nowadays context, I think we look at the civil rights movement as the blueprint, and it definitely is. But you know, that blueprint was also taken from Mahatma Gandhi, you know, years before. This is the thing that I have to say about that. We have to consider that although that was the blueprint, times have rolled on and times have changed, and we need to be able to utilize the tools that we have in our possession during this time. So you do look back in the peaceful protests, like I said, the die-ins were a great idea. All of that thing is derivative of the civil rights movement. Absolutely. But we also should be looking forward and looking for ways to protest that fit the social landscape today and the political landscape today. The hashtag campaigns were awesome to me because that speaks to the younger generation. They don't know nothing. I applaud them for that. They, you know, the younger generation, we don't, and even my generation, we don't know anything about going to march nowhere and to sit in doing nothing. So I applaud anybody trying to find a way to protest. My taste on nonviolent or not violent, I'm like, it's situational.
Yes, it is. And I agree with
It's
you.
situational.
I totally agree with you.
The riots in Ferguson, you know, I don't know. Like sometimes I think drastic measures need to be done to bring attention to a certain thing. And like I said, America, YouTube watching public. The reason why this may ring a bell with me is because I can't help it. I'm a black person, and so. Whereas you may, you know, if you're not a black person or you're removed from these issues that were going on in Ferguson, you may see the violent side of the protest as a negative thing. But like I said, you know, democracy has to persist and continue,
Yeah.
and it doesn't. That's not always a smooth process and a comfortable process to retain and maintain our democracy.
Absolutely.
The truth of this matter is that this person died at the hands of another person. And these people aren't mad and protesting just because the colors of skins.
Right.
Like this, there was something, what happened that day, something went wrong, and something went wrong enough in the eyes of enough people to catapult these situations to the platform that they're on now.
Absolutely.
We can't just ignore this and say that, you know, just black folks complaining.
Yes. Our lives have value. That's the end of the story, really.
I was getting emotional.
Yeah.
The last question was, what do you do to become involved? I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't research shit about what you should do to become involved.
Okay.
But I want you to research.
Yeah, please.
I want you to reach out, you know, to your local, if it's an NAACP chapter, you know, that's our go-to for these kinds of issues.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the same and just direct you there.
Google Al Sharpton.
Google Al
I always
Sharpton.
got something to say. Google Jay.
No shade, like I actually have his publicist information.
Okay.
I went to, Al Sharpton came a few months back here to Philadelphia, and I went to his book signing. I actually bought the book,
Yes,
then
it's
bought
a
the
good
book again. He signed both of them,
Yeah.
and his publicist gave me his number. Oh well, that's not a resource for you. I have it, not his number. I mean his
information.
His information. I have it, but for you may just have to Google Al Sharpton. On some real shit though, if you want to become involved and you're serious about becoming involved, you can actually hit the tag team up. I'll do the research for you.
Yep.
Hit me up on at we the tag team at gmail.com. That's our email address, and we will do the research for you. But we encourage you to get involved.
Yep.
We encourage you to find out more information about the situation if you don't know, and we encourage you to speak up if you feel passionate enough.
Right.
We did what we could with the platform that we have in talking about it. We felt so passionate to talk about it that we dedicated this time to that, and we wanted to once again give our condolences to the families that were directly affected by the loss of their loved ones, both in Mike Brown's situation
Yes,
and
our prayers are with you.
and Eric Garner's situation. The tag team is praying for you, and we hope that their deaths are not in vain, and that that a serious look and some serious change happens. You know, white people, I need you to listen close and to find the empathy.
Yeah. That's the word.
Find it.
Empathy, because
Find
you may
it.
not be able to relate.
You may
directly,
not be able
but,
to relate. You may not
at least be
understand.
able to empathize.
You may not understand that thuggish culture. You may not understand, you know, the stereotypes that are out there about blacks. You know, you may not even like black people.
You may not even think that racial profiling exists.
You may not even think this is an issue, but I would say try to empathize with the loss of life. I'm not really going to go further with that. I think we've done.
Yeah, we just wanted to touch the topic because, you know, like I said, I just felt like we would be remiss without saying something, and that, you know, we are very conscious about what's going on, and how can we just sit on the show and continue to joke around whenever there are very serious, hard-hitting issues surrounding us. So every now and then we have to take out the opportunity when something like this comes by us to say that we are here and we know what is going on, and we're conscious, and we are going to make a move. I am going to pledge to do something myself, whether join a protest, do research to know what's going on in my community. it's very important, and I really challenge everybody out there, all our viewers, to do the same.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, so that brings us to the end, guys. We thank you so much for listening, and we want you to comment and tell us how you feel about the situation, right?
Absolutely. I'm
Okay.
Merc B.
And I am Q.
Thank you for watching the tag team.
Yes. Peace.